So, I hear what you're saying. You've done every mainline Easter egg in COD Zombies, huh? You've beaten every boss from the Eisendrache Keeper to the... never mind. Well, in making this list, I did not use anyone else's footage but my own. I wanted the full experience to see just how difficult each of these Easter eggs actually were. And let me tell you, you almost definitely have not done number 1. Anyway, whether it's because the reward is too disappointing or the process is too tedious, here are 20 Treyarch Zombies Easter eggs you haven't done. Coming in at our 20th spot, we have the Goddard Crovey Dragon Strike upgrade. Now the process is simple enough. You get a bunch of kills with the Dragon Strike, you Dragon Strike the flag outside the map, then you do another lockdown while getting more Dragon Strike kills, walk over to the stand, and congrats, you got red Dragon Strikes now. You also get another shot, but it does seem like they're not worth it. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of spots on this list from Voyage of Despair. So at 19, we've got the Bowie knife upgrade. It's actually pretty easy, just a couple of swings into the Blightfather, and you get a Bowie knife that'll occasionally make zombies throw up. To get the upgrade, I only had to shank him a few times on his back. It actually was pretty easy, but have you ever done it? At 18, we have the Dead of the Night Jumpscare. No, not that one. The second Jumpscare. It's actually easy to do, but most people don't even know about it. You just stare at this painting for a few minutes and sooner or later, you get spooked. This Easter egg wasn't discovered until a long time after the map came out, so I'm guessing not a lot of you got around to giving it a go. At 17, we're on der Toten. Now, there's an Easter egg on this map that'll let you instantly upgrade your weapon by a tier. You gotta head over to this apartment rooftop, pick up this folder thing, and play a little game of sharpshooter. Only certain weapons will work to shoot the targets down, and if you fail, you can't try again in the same game. Have you ever attempted it? We're still in the realm of pretty easy Easter eggs, so let's move on to number 16. Now, I knew when I was making this list, I didn't want to include Spiderbait. As cool as that Easter egg is, it's too easy. I've done it way too many times. So how about the Golden Bucket? You have to grow one of every plant on the map, and that isn't the easiest thing to do. You have to feed all 3 of them 3 times on 3 separate rounds. If you played Zetsubo no Shima, you should know what I'm talking about. Then you gotta plant your bucket in the spot, grow 3 traps in the spots nearby, get a bunch of kills with them, and eventually you end up with the Golden Bucket. But what does it do? It lets you have an infinite amount of water of your choice. Not the most helpful reward for all that work. Alright, so at 15 we have the Eisendrache Developer Easter egg. Come on, no way you guys have done this one. Why would you? There's no real reward, and the Easter egg itself takes a few attempts. Plus, if you've done the BO3 Super Easter egg, I don't even think you can do it, because it requires you to buy the RK5. I actually had to play in offline mode to get this footage. When Zombie Chronicles came out, all the remastered maps got a little Max Ammo Easter egg added to them. Now, I bet you haven't done most of them, but on the list today at 14, we have Keynoters Max Ammo Easter egg. It's probably one of the most tedious of all the Max Ammo Easter eggs. You gotta knife this door in response to the knocking going on behind it. Like, he'll knock 3 sets of 3 numbers and you have to knife back his code in return in order while you're timed, and you probably got a zombie running around on you. And you head over to the theater, chase down and shoot the little Samantha doll over the place, and eventually you get your max ammo. If you've done this one, you've got patience. Alright, back to Voyage of Despair with the Hourglass Easter egg. For this Easter egg, you can only use a few specific guns while they're double papped. You gotta shoot here and then follow this little hourglass around. It'll go through some fast travels and it'll take you all around the map. You gotta be fast, because if you miss this thing, you gotta do it next round. Eventually you get to the end and you get free fast travels for the rest of the game. Now forget about whether or not you've done this one for a moment. Do you even know about this one? Voyage of Despair isn't exactly the community's favorite map. Ah, Shadows of Evil. A great map. But have you ever had the Goddard apparatus? What's that? You don't even know what that is? Well, you probably guessed it from the gameplay. It's the upgraded shield. You gotta get 12 bowling strikes with the shield. It'll even make little bowling pin sound effects whenever you do it. Eventually, it'll upgrade just like that. What's the problem? Well, you need to do it in a row, and if you fail to get enough kills, you gotta start all over. It probably didn't help that when the map was new, if you did the Easter egg and the shield broke, you lost it for good and you had to do all the 12 strikes all over again. Thankfully, I can confirm that now when you break your shield and reacquire it from the workbench, you do get the upgraded shield again. At 11, we have the Gauntlets from Ancient Evil. No, not the redeemed Gauntlets, the exalted Gauntlets. What am I talking about? Well, in Ancient Evil, you can get these Gauntlets, and the process to do them is pretty easy. You do a couple lockdowns, no big deal. But to upgrade them, you got to do these quests that are unique to each one. But after that, there's another upgrade. Now, to do the second upgrade, you got to get a particular catalyst kill at each of the shrines. You get some souls in each of them, then you go to Pack-a-Punch. It'll send you to these areas where you upgraded the gauntlets originally, kill a bit more stuff, including these bosses, until finally you have the ability to upgrade them at the Pack-a-Punch. The exalted gauntlets have a bit more ammo, and their effects are a little more deadly, but that's about it. This Easter egg is actually a trophy that only 4.61% of you have on PlayStation, so it seems pretty rare. At 10, we have the Perkaholic Easter egg, Forsaken. So this Easter egg was found pretty late into Cold War's life cycle, so maybe people didn't really know about it. But essentially, you pick up a VHS thing and go over to these TVs where you play a little game of Simon Says. This weird dude starts chasing you around, and he will kill you if he gets near. You down yourself with Tombstone over by the particle accelerator and shoot the mannequin out of these that has red eyes. You go revive yourself and boom, you get a Perkaholic for some reason. The Simon Says step sucks, but the reward is pretty good. But have you ever done this one? At 9, we have a very rare Easter egg that may or may not even be complete. In Voyage of Despair, if you collect 3 items from around the map by shooting them and picking them up, you can take them over to this guy, and if you place the items on him and then end the round, all the zombies will be floating around as if they have moon gravity, or like they're underwater. It's pretty obscure and provides no real benefits for completing, so yeah, you've probably never done it. Alright, still on Voyage of Despair, another rare Easter egg. For number 8, we have the Pack-a-Punch at every location Easter egg. You can actually get Pack-a-Punch to stand still. And while it is a little annoying to have to run all over the map looking for where you can upgrade your weapon, it's not really worth it if you have to shoot these turbines with a special Kraken upgrade, match the blinking lights to the valves down below, and turn them if they're blinking. You do all that, then you come over to this area, pull this lever, and if you did everything right, the Pack-a-Punch machine will spawn at every location on the map. What do you think? Have you guys done any of these? Let me know. Alright, so unfortunately, while I'm sure we're not all the biggest fans of Vanguard zombies, we have to admit that they're part of Treyarch zombies, and thus I had to include them in this list. So at number 7, we have the free killstreak Easter egg on Terra Maledicta. It's actually not the hardest thing in the world, you just go around digging a ton until you find 4 pages. And then you slot them into the spots over here on this wall thingy until you get the order correct. Eventually you end up with a free kill streak, and I think if you dug it up, a ray gun. But it's probably the least favorite map on the least favorite game, you likely haven't done this Easter egg. Guys, I had to play so much Voyage of Despair for this video, it's a good thing I like the map. At number 6, we have the free Perk Easter egg. Voyage of Despair, if you go to a bunch of locations around the map and shoot 6 fish that are randomly hanging around, you can get them to drop. The fish only spawn at one location at a time, and it's randomized, so in order to do this, you have to make several trips checking each location. Eventually, you get all 6, place them on this crate, a giant tentacle comes out of the water for a moment, and rewards you with a random perk you likely didn't want. Now realistically, this shouldn't be so far into this list, but at 5, we have Yellow Snowballs. Toward the end of Black Ops 4's life cycle, we have a map that was fine at best, and most of the community had lost interest in zombies at this point. Besides the secret Easter egg that most people know about but haven't done, Yellow Snowballs can be acquired by hitting these toys around the map with snow, collecting souls at each of the 3 campfires around the map, and then shooting Pablo's spleen out of this glass container. You gotta keep it cold and bring it back to him, and if you do it in time, he rewards you with yellow snowballs that he made himself. These snowballs are a one-hit kill until who knows what round. With how inaccurate they are, they're not really worth doing for a max of 6 insta-kills. Voyage of Despair once again. Have you ever wanted to switch your specialist mid-game? Well, now you can with this Easter egg. All you gotta do is pick up a few music sheets and place them over on the appropriate pianos. Now you might need stamina up for the next part because you gotta melee all 3 pianos and have them all light up blue, and melee the mystery box all in one activation of your specialist. You'll get a fire sale that lets you change your specialist weapon, but sometimes it's like super glitchy. I don't know why, but the first time I did this, all it gave me was like super good weapons for some reason. So who knows, maybe there's more to this Easter egg than I thought. Okay, top 3, here we go. Have you ever done the 9 shield upgrade? Now, if you haven't, you shouldn't blame yourself, as in the early days of this Easter egg's discovery, YouTubers made guides but had it a bit wrong. You need to shoot the bullheads in the Zeus Tower with the shield and collect the part near Pack-a-Punch. You then get 9 kills, with the 9th being a catalyst. Do that a few times and collect the second part. Then all you have to do is kill gladiators or brawlers while the blade is lit up. Collect the final part and boom. You got yourself the Iron Bull. It shoots green and has a little bit more ammo, but it really isn't worth your time doing. Alright, last one on Voyage of Despair, I swear. At number 2, we have the upgraded shield, Voyage of Despair. So this is a huge pain to do, but you gotta build the shield first. Then you shoot 3 fireworks that have like 5 or 6 different spawn locations. Then you gotta go pick up the firework at 3 different spawn locations. You match numbers with skeletal parts located near the spawn. You shield bash the safe cracker, place it on other safes located around the map. You gotta place the correct bone that corresponds with the safe code that appears. Once you've done all that, you interact with the car located in the cargo hold. And he'll start flying around playing a sped up version of the song from the intro of the map. You place your firework in one of these tubes at the front or back of the ship and shoot it when he's just right above it. This is super hard to do, and it took me a couple games to get it down. Eventually you'll hit him, he'll crash into the iceberg just outside the map, and a huge chunk of ice will come crashing down onto your shield. If you guys have done all this work for a shield upgrade with cryo freeze, then that's pretty wild, but it's nothing compared to number 1. But before we move on to that, we have an honorable mention. So some of you might not consider this an Easter egg, but it does count as a quest completed on your menus, so I threw it into the honorable mention. All you have to do to get this is to get to round 150 on Classified. Yes, by the way, this is my footage of the completion. No, it was not legit, but hey, I wasn't about to do 150 rounds again for a video. So yeah, have you done it? Alright, our number 1 spot today takes place on Blood of the Dead. Now, a bunch of you already know what I'm talking about, but for those of you who don't, let me introduce you to the most tedious Easter egg in the entirety of Treyarch Zombies. I would put this above some main Easter egg, the Golden Spork Knife. Now, to get the Golden Spork Knife, you need to build the shield. Get the Hell's Retriever, upgrade it to the Hell's Redeemer. Get the spoon, upgrade it to the Golden Spork. Assuming you already know how to do all that stuff, which is annoying enough already, you can move on to the hard part of the Easter egg. First, you need to get 100 melee kills. 100 melee kills near this bathtub until it turns blood red. Let me tell you, this sucks. Because you pretty much need a Ethereal Razor, or this Easter egg is it's impossible to do. Then you got to collect these rocks around the map and place them at the 3 traps. You got to get 100 kills at the traps each. Nobody should ever go through all of that. Please do not do this Easter egg. It is beyond mind-numbing. When you finally have all the kills, take the fast travel from the cafeteria, turn around and collect the last stone with the Redeemer. Pick it up and then go place everything on the press. Congrats! We're not done yet. You only have the golden shiv. Go over to the bloody tub and give it the shiv you just got. Now you gotta lead a warden over to this sign on the catwalk here and melee him to death near it. Now, killing him with just your melee isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, especially in a solo game when you've got another zombie running around. Thank goodness for Winter's Wail. You know you did this right if the little piece of cloth that was previously there goes away. Finally, you can head back on over to the tub and get your golden spork knife. This is abominable. And if you've done this Easter egg, you're either a YouTuber or you're insane. But hey, that's it. That's the list. Did I miss any obscure or super tedious Easter eggs in Treyarch Zombies? Let me know down in the comments below. And remember, there's always more content.